Hey yo, what's up guys? This is a Strange Skull here. It's been a while, but I had to get that hey yo out of there because unfortunately we lost Scott Hall over the weekend. Just sad, but that'll be for another video for another time. But today, what are we here for? I just got done seeing The Batman. Finally, after many attempts of trying to see it, I finally did. I was going to trying to go see it with Spaceman last Saturday, but here in PA we had a freak snowstorm, so that didn't happen. So I caught the last showing in our local theater here in around where we are. I just got out of seeing it. Well, Strange Skull's got to eat some crow here, guys, because I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, and Spaceman and Chipper are probably going to give me a lot of shit for this, but fuck it. It's the truth. I didn't hate the movie. I kind of liked it. Robert Pattinson, this is where I got to eat a lot of crow with, because I didn't think he was a horrible Batman. I thought he did pretty good. Definitely better than Christian Bale. I gotta say that. He did sound like he had throat cancer. And it wasn't to be like so hyper fucking realistic, which I like about this movie. Let's start with that. The look of the movie, I liked the way Gotham looked. Still not as good as the way Tim Burton did it, where Gotham looked like it couldn't exist, like how it is in the comic books. But the way Gotham looked in this movie, it wasn't like, oh, we're here in downtown Pittsburgh, or that's Chicago, or, yeah, this is clearly a street in Philadelphia. I liked that Gotham looked as how it's described in the comics. It's a place that's like an urban hellhole where you really, really don't want to live there, and why criminals, it's such a goddamn haven for them. I liked that, and I liked, too, that this movie just got to the fucking point at a certain thing. I liked that it was a mystery. I liked that we finally got to see Batman be a goddamn detective. If I had to admit it, it kind of reminded me a little bit of the animated movie Gotham by Gaslight. In a way, how it was paced. Now I'll just get some of my negatives out of the way. I didn't like Alfred in this movie. Schmeagol, he might be a good actor, but I hated his Alfred. I just hate this now where everyone wants to interpret Alfred with like a Cockney accent or some like downgrade accent where he doesn't seem like sophisticated, and how he wants to almost be like Bruce's buddy. He's not. I didn't like also that he didn't call him Master Bruce at all in the movie. And I get that's probably because of SJW politics, because we can't say Martha, even though it's like, that's what butlers traditionally call their employers, Master Bruce, you know. And again, that's kind of the other thing people need to remember. Alfred is an employee. He's not just there because Bruce lets him live there. He works for Bruce. Again, I did like Alfred helping a bit, but Andy Serkis's whole performance was just like, it seemed like they were trying to copy too much of Michael Caine. And more of the Chris Nolan shit that I'm just like, just fucking up to here with. In preparation to see this movie, I actually watched all three of the Christopher Nolan movies back again. I got through Batman Begins, okay. I got through Dark Knight, but it took me like 2 or 3 days to watch The Dark Knight Rises because that movie's just a piece of shit. But I felt I had to be fair to this movie to watch the previous Batman movies. Again, I don't have to watch Batman Returns or Batman 89 or Batman Forever because I've watched this movie so many fucking times, I remember them by memory. But compared to this movie, The Batman, compared to the Nolan trilogy, I'll take this fucking movie over them any day. A better Batman, a better Gotham, and just... I feel like this one respected the character of Batman more. And it felt more like comic booky and not like typical how DC movies have been where, oh, we gotta be up our own ass about that we're making a film and not a comic book movie. We're making a film that we could win awards for. Because we don't want to do comic book movies, we want to do films. But anyway, no, the other thing I didn't like about this movie, I didn't like the portrayal of the Wayne family. It started in the comic books. This started, in my opinion, with Tom King's run of Batman, where, oh, the Waynes have a dark secret. The Waynes aren't these good people because they're rich, so they have to have dirty fucking secrets. I didn't like that in this movie. I didn't like that. Where it's like, oh, we have to tear down these people because, oh, well, everyone's got bad things in their past, so we have to shit on them. It's like, no. The Waynes, just because they're rich doesn't mean they have to be assholes. You know, but more of the plot of this movie, again, spoilers. The plot of this movie is the Riddler is killing all of, like, the head officials in Gotham City. The mayor, district attorney, chief of police. You know, he's going through all these people, killing them. Because Gotham is corrupt, like we all know, and all this is because of the Waynes and the Arkhams. It goes all the way back to them, and it's just like, I've seen this before with them trying to turn the Riddler into like an Antifa member, in my opinion. Or they're trying to like make fun of the people online with conspiracy theories and turn them into terrorists. That's pretty much what the Riddler is in this movie, is he's a terrorist. As he's trying to get Batman on his side to take out all the corrupt people and also take out Bruce Wayne. And it all involves around Carmine Falcone, the Roman. And that's pretty much the movie. All the corrupt people in fucking Gotham. Again, more things, if I could change about the movie. I did not like John Turturro playing Carmine Falcone. He looked nothing like a mobster or a mafioso. He did not look intimidating at all. Even like in Batman Year One, where Carmine Falcone kind of like debuted, he looks intimidating. And even in The Long Halloween, which is the end of the character, he's drawn to look intimidating. He's not a small, meek man. This is a scary fucking dude. This guy's been ruling Gotham for like years. It's like, can't be some twink. Again, John Turturro, not a bad actor, but I don't believe him as a mobster. I can believe him like working amongst criminals, but not being the boss. I didn't like it. The Riddler, again, this is another thing where it's another thing from Tom King's run of Batman where, oh, well, we got to try and like toughen the Riddler up. You know, he's got to be like extreme and be violent, where it's like, the Riddler isn't supposed to be that. He's supposed to be the intellectual challenge for Batman, not like a violent terrorist. There are other, like in this movie, realistically, they could have picked other characters from the Batman Rogues Gallery. Realistically, the villain in this fucking movie should have been Black Mask. Would have made more fucking sense. But no, we had to let him get ruined in Birds of Prey and be fucking neutered and emasculated, even though in the comics, he's a brutal fucking character. And would have fit better with having Catwoman in this movie. That's the other thing I gotta admit. Zoe Kravitz, I am not a fan of hers. Talk about someone wanting to talk about privilege, because that's the other thing I had a problem with in this movie is she has to make the white privilege fucking typical SJW talking point with, white people with white privilege. Oh yeah, because, I have more privilege than Zoe Kravitz does, growing up with famous fucking parents who have, they're worth millions upon millions of fucking dollars. Yeah, I'm sure she really had to, eke out a budget to fucking survive. But I did not hate her playing Catwoman. I thought she did a good job. And I can see what they took from the comic books to make this movie. It's a mixture of The Long Halloween. It's like they took parts of The Long Halloween, parts of Batman Year 1 and a little bit of Year 2 and put them in a blender, and we got this movie. But again, she wasn't bad. I didn't really have a problem with the runtime, even though the theater I was in was hotter than Satan's dick. Let's just say that. The fucking thermostat was broke. It had to be 85 in that theater. And again, this is all but a 3-hour movie. And I wasn't bored one bit through this whole fucking movie. But they could have trimmed some out of it. They could have trimmed a lot of fat out of this movie. Particularly the fucking mayor plot. I did not like at all. But again, I do have to agree with certain YouTubers who said about this movie where it's all the people of color in the film are noble and just they're the bestest people, but every bad guy in this film is a white person and they're a fucking piece of shit. I don't get that. I don't understand it, so that's a negative for me. But again, I gotta go back to Robert Pattinson. He fucking surprised me. I thought I would just be like, oh god, this is Sparkle Pants, but no, he really surprised me as Batman. I'm not gonna say oh my god, greatest Batman ever. Oh fuck no. Michael Keaton, forever the best Batman on film. But I will say, Robert Pattinson has knocked Ben Affleck off my list of good Batman. It's still Michael Keaton and Kevin Conroy tied for number 1. Val Kilmer's number 2 for me, and Robert Pattinson is solid number 3 now. If you want to know, Adam West would be number 4. George Clooney would be number 5. There, I fucking said it. Ben Affleck ain't even on the list. Fuck that drunk piece of shit. And mostly I say that because I fucking hate Zack Snyder. So, anyway. I'm getting kind of scatterbrained here, but the movie, like I said, I wasn't bored throughout the movie. I like the look of it. Now, there are some things I wish we could get the fuck away from. I'm tired of seeing, oh, this is Batman just getting started. No. I want a fully developed Batman who has a fucking bat cave with the bat computer, all of his shit, a badass Batmobile, because I'm sorry, the car chase in this movie was okay, but I still didn't like the Batmobile. It looked like, oh, look, it's They just borrowed one of the Chargers off of the Fast and Furious set. That's all it was. It was like one of Dom's Chargers with a fucking jet engine in the back to do jumps. That's all it fucking was. I do gotta admit, I liked the atmosphere in the movie too, with it being like kind of rainy and just miserable. And again, that is the atmosphere of Gotham. It is not a good fucking place. And again, that's why I kind of don't like the Christopher Nolan movies. Gotham is too fucking polished. It's too real. I hate that with comic book movies. I don't want fucking real life. Take me on an adventure. And I felt this movie did that. Again, I had a rough fucking day at work today, and this movie, kind of in a better mood now, because I felt like I was taken to another place. We weren't talking about fucking COVID. We weren't fucking talking about bullshit wars, you know. I was taken to Gotham City, and I watched Batman for 3 hours, trying to solve a mystery, and do Batman shit. I was happy with it. Now, maybe if I watch it again, I'll have a different opinion, and I might do that since next month it's coming to HBO Max. I'll probably do I'll watch it again, and I'll do another review. If my opinions change, I'll definitely do another review. If it isn't, I'm just gonna not do one. But who knows? But if I had to give this movie scale 1 to 10, I would give this a solid 8. It could have taken, again, I don't mind it being 3 hours, but I get that for a lot of people. It's like, Jesus Christ, just give me... They could have cut some fat out of this. But that's why it gets an 8. And again, with the fucking SJW politic crap in there, they could have cut that out. The slandering the Waynes, and then of course another spoiler. Of course, because it's a Batman fucking movie, and they know they're gonna do more, they had to throw in a fucking Joker cameo. Granted, I like the Joker, but Batman has every movie series of Batman, since Michael Keaton to Christian Bale to even the Snyderverse crap, there he is, fucking Joker. I mean, can we at least go like a set of films where Joker isn't going to be a part of it? I mean, if that's all we see of the Joker in this little cameo there, I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I don't need the Joker to be a main antagonist anymore. Can we get again, I wish they wouldn't have ruined Black Mask and fucking Birds of Prey, but could we get like some other bad guys? I mean, Jesus Christ, Batman has like the most colorful rogues gallery next to fucking Spider-Man of comic books. I mean, can we get, like, maybe Ra's al Ghul again? Actually being Ra's al fucking Ghul? A real Killer Croc? Or, like, fucking Clayface? Man-Bat? I mean, Jesus, like, we could pick so many other fucking ones. Fuck, I'd be happy if they'd do, like, bring in Deadshot and Deathstroke, and they'd be the fucking villains of the movie, and Batman has to, like, contend with them tearing apart the city for some fucking reason. But another spoiler for this movie, because they're going to do more. This movie's made so much, they want to do a trilogy of these movies, but I can see where they're going with this. And if you're a comic book fan, if you've read the Batman comics, you'll probably see these in the movie. This is a spoiler for the plot. This is the part where I hate. They try and say Thomas Wayne, who is running for mayor, had Carmine Falcone kill this reporter who was going to reveal that, Martha was insane and she's in and out of insane asylums, and it was going to ruin his political career. But the reporter, his name is, I think it was Edward Elliot. In the comic books, there is a character with that last name, but his name is Thomas Elliot. And there is a thing that's splashed on a wall in this movie, and it says, Hush. So, I think where these future movies are going is they are going to bring in Hush, which is Thomas Elliot, who was Bruce Wayne's childhood friend. Pretty much, it's like anti-Batman. That's what Hush is. It's like if Bruce went to the dark side. That's what Hush is, and that's what Thomas Elliot is. He's a dark version of Bruce Wayne. He uses his money to just do dark shit, but also he just wants to ruin Bruce Wayne's life. And that's where that's what the main plot of this movie is. The Riddler is trying to bring down the Waynes, but there was somebody pulling his strings. Riddler thinks it was Batman giving him messages. But it's going to wind up being, it's Hush. Hush is doing this to try and destroy the reputation of the Waynes and destroy Bruce Wayne. For revenge. Because Carmine Falcone killed his father. That's where I think they're going with this. I could be wrong, but it wouldn't be the worst idea. I'd like to see Hush brought to screen because it's one of my favorite comic book runs. And again, probably Zoe Kravitz will come back because Selena Kyle does play a big role in the Hush series, so. Well, I already gave my rating for this. I'm going to quit rambling here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think I'm full of shit? Or do you agree with me on some of my points I made? Again, catch you guys in the next vid. Bye.